What do you do if you are running a dropshipping store and after you've done all the hard work and sales are coming in and you're profitable, your ads are all working, you suddenly go for a week, maybe two, maybe three, where sales take a huge drop off a cliff or possibly don't come in at all? Now, that was a question that just came up in the Dropship Lifestyle Discord, and I responded there with some quick comments of what I would do if I was them. But I also wanted to make this video so I could spend some more time going through different things to look at and how to think about this situation. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Anton Kraly. My company is Dropship Lifestyle. I've been building e-commerce stores of my own since 2007, and I've been helping others to do the same for almost 10 years now. So what I'm gonna cover in this video is what could cause this to happen, what you can look at to try to revert things sooner rather than later, and then also just some things to keep in mind to stop you from going crazy if all of a sudden sales start to go down and you think, that's it, business is over, what happened, what went wrong, and go into that panic mode. So the first thing that I wanna do is just show how the sales process works on our type of dropshipping stores. That way everyone is on the same page here. This will be a 30-second overview, then we'll go into the diagnostics. But in the middle here, we have our store. Our stores we build on the platform known as Shopify. Now, to get people to our stores, my favorite source of traffic is Google Ads. So here for traffic, I'll put Google Ads. And this is our primary driver. Again, especially in the beginning, if you have a new store that's not going to be optimized for search quite yet and not going to be picked up by Google organically in your first month or so of doing business, you're gonna get a lot of traffic from Google Ads. That traffic will go to your Shopify store. When people buy, they become customers. And if they go to your store and they don't buy, they'll fall into a bucket that we use for remarketing ads. I'll just call that RM for short. Now, this right here is how the business will look, almost the entirety of it, for a beginner, someone that has a store that's maybe 1 to 2 months old. Now, let's say you went ahead and you did all the work that I recommend you do up front. You do great market research, you find the best suppliers in your industry, you get approved to become an authorized retailer, you put them all on your Shopify store, you set up your Google Ads correctly using our alpha beta campaign structure, you get traffic, again, sales come in, and in those first 1 to 2 months, things look awesome. You have a great ROAS, return on ad spend. The money you spend on ads is equaling at least 10 times more in sales, and all is well, right? You think this is great, I figured this out, good for me, I now have a second stream of income, or possibly an income big enough to replace my primary. Okay, so that happens, right? Now, time keeps moving on. Now we go into month 3. And let's just say in month 3, it starts off really slow. You have a week where you see your ads are still spending. Let's just say on average, you're spending, we'll call it $500 a month on ads in the beginning. And you see in your 3rd month of business, that money is still being spent. You see your card getting charged, you see the ads showing, but the traffic from Google Ads, when it gets to your Shopify store, you're seeing less people fall into this bucket, and you're seeing this remarketing list grow bigger and bigger with people that haven't purchased from you yet. Now, this situation can be scary for anyone, but it's especially scary for beginners because they don't know what to do, right? If you don't know, you don't know, and you might see money spending in month 3 and think, okay, things aren't working anymore. I need to make some changes. And you might jump into your ad account not knowing what to look at, or jump onto your Shopify store not knowing what to look for, and start making changes that are only going to hurt you. So we're going to cover 2 different things now. The first is what this actually could mean in the big picture, and the second is how to identify what is the root cause. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that I actually have recorded an entire podcast on. It's probably like 2 years ago now, but the message is just as relevant today as it is then. And that is when you have a newer store or any low traffic store, and I'm going to consider low traffic being anywhere from, call it 50 to 100 website visitors a day. I'll put WV. In order to know what your actual conversion rates are and how well your ads work, you need a large sample size. Now, what we want from targeted Google Shopping ads is a 2.5% conversion rate. So I'll put 2.5% CR. And when you have, let's say in the beginning, 50 clicks and one person buys, great, you're there. But 50 clicks, right? 50 unique visitors is an extremely small sample size. So when that 50 grows to 100, you might not get any other sales. You might get 2 more. Let's just say you got 2 more. Now you had 100 visitors to one specific product page, targeted from Google Ads, and let's say you got 5 sales, right? You think, I have a 5% conversion rate, this is amazing, this is a guaranteed winner. Well, what happens when the next 100 clicks come in, right? Maybe you get 0 from them, and now you have a 2.5% conversion rate. These are all things that you need to consider when, especially you're newer in business, to determine what your actual conversion rate is, to determine what it actually costs you to get a customer for different products. Now, you very well may find that over time, you have certain products that you're advertising on Google Ads that convert at 3%, 4%, 5% plus. But in the beginning, when you're spending, again, our hypothetical here, $500 a month budget spread out across an entire product catalog, it's almost impossible in those early months to determine what this number is. Now, let's talk about what that actually means, right? What this whole accepting the randomness thing means. Because again, in the beginning, you're going to need a lot of traffic. It could be over a longer period of time, but you're going to need that to know what your true numbers are. Until then, things will seem random because again, the sample size of website visitors is simply too small. So first of all, keep that in mind if you're wondering why your conversion rate dropped so much from last month to this month, but last month you had 100 unique visitors to one specific product page, and this month you had 100 visitors to one specific product page. Those conversion rates, although, I like to look at them too, they're not giving you any type of accurate, actionable data. So pretty much the answer there is wait. But what you can do and what you should do, especially if you haven't touched anything within your ad accounts or on your store, and you see that, okay, month 1 was great, month 2 was great, month 3 traffic totally either dropped off or conversions totally dropped off, then we can talk about what you can actually look at. Again, most of the time, you're not going to be making any changes because when you start to go into your ad accounts or even your store and change a bunch of things, we have all these different variables at play now, so it's hard to determine what is the actual root cause. Before we make changes, if we're even going to, again, we need to determine root cause. So what I would look at to the person that I was talking to on the Dropship Lifestyle Discord, or to you out there watching this that's running a store that's seen a decline in sales that wants to know what caused this, I'll start here. First thing I would look at is what is my traffic month over month to the same product pages. So first of all, in this hypothetical, what I would recommend you do is go back to months 1 and months 2. In those months, look at which products sold. Most likely, you have a store with, let's say, 300 products on it. You probably sell 10 of them over and over again. So pull those 10 products, look at how much you sold month 1, look at how much you sold month 2. Now, let's say this is month 3 that just wrapped up where sales totally just took a nosedive. Put that number down too, okay? So note for every product, month over month, how many units are sold. That's step 1. Now from there, the next step is you're going to want to go into Google Analytics, which you definitely should be using to track the traffic that goes to your store. When you go into Google Analytics, what you want to do is go into the Content tab and you want to change the date ranges. So go to the date range of whatever 3 months ago was, right, for the full month. And then you want to find the specific product page in your list of pages in Google Analytics. Find that product page and look at how much traffic that page received on month 1. Let's just say it was 200 visitors. Okay, great. And let's say in month 2, it had 100 visitors. Okay, as you're noting this all down, for month 2, for that specific product page, put 100 visitors. Now go to month 3. Maybe in month 3, the month that sales dropped off, you see it had 30 visitors, right? Okay, mark down 30 visitors. Now, what could have happened there, right? Especially if you hadn't made any changes with your Google ads. Well, Google, with most budgets, the way they work, when you're putting all of your products into a couple different campaigns, they're going to determine where the money is being spent. And it is extremely possible, and most likely the issue, that the month that sales started to drop off, whatever those best-selling products were, you'll see in analytics that traffic to those product pages dropped. Now, why would that happen? Again, it could be because Google determines, oh, now we have more opportunity to get clicks from these other 10 products, maybe ones you haven't even sold yet, and Google is shifting a large portion of your budget from what already worked to these other products in your catalog. Now, when we set up Google Ads, Google has the right to do that, right? They can determine how the budget is being spent. But if you see that in month 3, when sales dropped off, when you check product by product in Google Analytics, if you see you're getting less traffic to them, it is a very simple fix, okay? That's one of the situations where we can identify a root cause very easy. Again, traffic dropped, sales dropped. Not traffic in general, but traffic to the products that we previously sold. Now, the way that you can resolve this, again, very simple. Go to your Google Ads account. Go to your Google Shopping campaigns. Again, for us, it's alpha beta. Go into your product groups. We make our product groups the actual products. Go to the ones that were the previous bestsellers. And let's say previously, historically, for the past 3 months, you had bids of, let's call it 35 cents, and that was your default CPC. So I'll put DCPC. And that's what you bid across all of your products, right? So you told Google basically, you can bid up to 35 cents for all my products. Well, now in the situation we just covered, what I would encourage you to do is go to, call it those 10 products that sold month 1 and month 2, go again into your Google Ads to the product group level. And for those specific products, the ones that have proven already to sell, bump up your default cost per click. And maybe now you bump it up for those products to 50 cents per click, right? So you bump it up there, so Google now knows that, hey, we are willing to spend more for these 10 products out of all of the products we have in our product feed. Google's going to put more of your budget to them. And if you do this, what you'll see in month 4 is going from, again, back to month 1, let's say you had 100 clicks for the best-selling product. Month 2, you had 100 clicks. Month 3, Google diverted your budget and you had 30. Now month 4, you'll have 100 again, or even more. Very important. Now, something else you can do as you're looking into this, let's just say in month 3, when Google kind of shifted where the money was going, which products it was showing more, if you see that some of those products received 300, 400, 500 clicks and didn't bring in any sales, what you might want to consider doing there is, again, going into your Google Shopping campaigns, going into the product groups, and for those that have already received hundreds of unique visitors but not sales, you can consider lowering your cost per click, and maybe for those you make it 20 cents. So you're not going to remove them, but you'll set it lower so that if Google wants to continue spending there, it's only going to do it where it can get you cheap clicks. Now, in addition to that, if they're simply not converting, again, and they're getting a ton of traffic, I would recommend doing more than this, meaning going on to the actual product pages on your Shopify store and start to actually tweak them and try to improve them to make them better. But that's what you do if Google, again, is now spending your money on products that don't convert. Lower the cost per click for them, update the Shopify product pages to make them better. And to do that, simply pull up your top 2 or 3 competitors for those products, see what's different about their product page and the buying experience, try to incorporate that to your store. Even better, one-up them, make your offer more appealing to customers. Now, one more thing that's definitely worth considering here, going back to our month-over-month example, let's just say as you are diving deep into Google Analytics and you're looking at your unique traffic from Google Ads to your best-selling specific product pages month over month, maybe you see month 1, you had 100 unique visitors. Month 2, you had 100 unique visitors. Month 3, you had 100 unique visitors again, but now those visitors didn't buy. Well, there's a couple things to remember here. The first is, like we talked about earlier, because you have smaller sample sizes of visitors, in this case 300 visitors spread out amongst 3 months, it's going to take longer for you to get your true conversion rate. So it's possible that your conversion rate wasn't as high as you thought it was in months 1 and 2, and now it's going to level into your true average. But it's also possible that in month 3, while your traffic stayed up, one of your top competitors made a more compelling offer. So what you can do to kind of figure that out and see what you need to change is simply go on Google Shopping, type in whatever that product name is. You'll see your result there as well as your competitors. Pull up a couple of their listings and see if they made anything different about their product pages that now makes it a more attractive offer to a customer than if they bought from you. Whether that's something like free expedited shipping or even better product photos or a better product description, whatever it may be, see if you can notice anything like that that didn't exist in months 1 or 2. Now, guys, I'm going to keep this video kind of high level like this. I say high level for anyone that's already running a business. It's probably high level for you, but these are definitely things that you should look at if, again, you're running your store and you're just getting the ball rolling and things have been going great and you find yourself in, 2-week period, a month period where it seems like something must be wrong. Again, it's not always that something's wrong. It very well may be that your true conversion rate is averaging out. But if you want some things to look at before you jump into your ad account and start going crazy with changes, those are the things that I do. Those are the things that I would recommend to you. So go ahead and do that. Any questions, let me know in the comments. As always, if you got value, leave a like, click subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next video. See you, everybody.